Hello, my name's Bill, and I'm with 50 Plus Essentials. Today, I'm going to talk to a good friend of mine. His name's Don. Don's a retired state trooper, high level collegiate athlete. He's in his 70s. He'll specifically tell you how old he is, probably. He and I were partners for quite a while. Following 9/11, we were both assigned to a counterterrorism unit at the FBI. We rode together for about 8 or 9 years. We spent more time with each other than we did with our families for most of those years. And we really got to know each other well, and we've stayed friends since. I've known Don for 25 years now. Don was one of the first people to take LC2, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to hear from somebody who's benefited from it immensely to explain the benefits and really kind of what to expect. Everyone has a little bit different experience with it, but it's all pretty consistent with the main things that it does for you. So, Don, thanks for jumping on here with me. I know you had a storm hit through there, like most of the Midwest did, and I appreciate you taking the time to jump on here with me. So, first question probably is, what did you think about LC2 when you took it?
Well, when I first took it, the like one of the major things that I noticed, and I'm speaking just for me and the way I train and things like that. Of course, you know how I train because you taught me. But I experienced some fat loss, and my recovery period was accelerated higher than normal. And I tell you what, it's just you had stuff not hurt near as bad or not be as sore as we are when we got soreness and stuff. But it really it's helped me a lot in my recovery, some fat loss, and then actually how I lift and how I keep training at my age. So I'm a believer.
Which for the people is how old, Don?
I'll be 71 in July.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. Don's a true physical specimen. Like I said, he's a two-sport college athlete at a major university. And from there, he became a state trooper. Again, a very physical job that requires, a lot of work and can be very stressful. He continued his training through life because it was a big, important part of who he is. And when we met each other and started riding together on a daily basis, working out was part of that day many times, not most of the time. We would find time in our 12-hour, 16-hour day to set aside and go to the gym for 45 minutes to an hour. And from there, we've built a lifelong friendship. But also, Don was a great participant to do this with because he still is very active in fitness. He has a home gym in his basement, and he and I worked coaching athletes together for several years. Don was integral in working with my own children as well as his children. His children were a little older than mine, but nonetheless, he helped work with my kids and has continued the pursuit of fitness. And LC2, from the feedback that I get from Don, has been very positive. Don, with regards to, I know we were talking about this several times, but you recently moved and you stopped taking it for a little while and then started again. And tell me about that.
Well, I did move, and of course, as you well know, you pack things away, and then you unload things a box at a time. And I had my gym already set up, and I was doing some training and things. It's like, and then I found it. I found my LC2, and I started taking it again. And I'm telling you what, it's not that I noticed that I wasn't taking it. It's what I really felt when I started taking it again. My endurance level, the fat loss again, um, the feeling of my joints not hurting near as bad. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
almost 71, so I can't get rid of all of it. But and just my focus and everything else about what I was doing in the way that I train at my age and stuff. And I'm telling you, to find it again, and of course I've ordered more and stuff, and it just it's a part of my life now, every day, and I take it while I train because it's just the habit that I've created, and there's the difference that it makes in the way that I do things. As you well know, that I train the way you taught me, you and Wally, and it's all about technique and form and things like that. And let me tell you, at 71 years old almost, you can when you're remembering all those things, it takes the edge off as far as joint injuries or joint pain and things like that. And I'm sold. I'm sold, buddy. Every day it's a habit.
Don and I actually traveled together to Belfast, Northern Ireland, and competed in a world championship bench press competition. And that wasn't that long ago, actually. What was that, about 10 years ago? 10 years ago? And, that's how important training is for Don. Talking about storing it as part of the move, finding it again, starting to take it again, a response from several people who are using it. To include my wife. She said the hardest thing about it is to remember to take it. But when you forget, you forgot for a couple of days because your joints will hurt, your ankles, your whatever you were getting out of it, you kind of take for granted. And it's one of those things. The components that are in it are creatine, carnitine, leucine. They're not in massive doses. They're in the correct doses. I'm still competitive with regards to what I do, and try to be anyway. And I only take that. That's the supplement that I take is LC2. I don't take the 5 grams of creatine that they say you have to take. I weigh 280 pounds, and 3 grams is plenty. If you think you need more, I don't just assume that. Try the 3 grams that's dosed in this. What do you think about the taste? Have you tried both flavors, or what?
Yes, I've had both, and tell you what, how many times have we taken a supplement that tasted like grass, or you just mowed the yard or something like that? No, this is very good, very digestible, very easy on the stomach. Through all my beauty and things, I do have a very really weird stomach sometimes and stuff, but no effect whatsoever, none. And I take mine. I mix mine with a little bit of L-citrulline, which is a vasodilator, and I just want to get it all in my system a lot better, a lot faster, and things like that. And that's what works for me. And but no, the taste, either pick either one of them is. I think I've got the blue raspberry. That's what I have
Yeah.
right now. And but I've tried them both. Both of them very digestible, very tasty.
The recovery aspect of it, when people hear recovery, those of us that train and work out routinely know that has a specific definition. Recovery, if you're not necessarily a gym rat like we are, you might think of something else. But in the sense of recovery, that kind of applies to your ability to work while you're lifting, meaning that between sets, you don't need as much rest. The less rest you have, the better your fitness level is. And after lifting, with regards to how your muscles react and the soreness that you have and things like that, actually LC2 applies to both of these: recovery during lifting and recovery after lifting. Has that been your experience, Don?
100%, 100%. I was trained by you and Wally, but what I do in my lifts is I do 2 minutes between sets, and so that's the way I learned and things. And so, but what you're going to find by taking this supplement, especially the way I do it at my age, is that I equate it to the next day. How do I feel the next day? Can I get out of bed? Can I walk? I mean, I feel good. I feel I'm up on my toes. You have to do it to understand it. But it's what everybody thinks of recovery is like, what can I do the next day or the day after? And mine is, I mean, I train virtually every day, do push pull the way, you've always taught me and stuff. And it just, I'm good. I'm good, and it does work. I mean, what you and Colin did, I mean, it's amazing, and I'm very blessed to be able to know you and be able to take it, and I do feel better.
So, Don, did you notice anything else after taking LC2 with regards to maybe endurance or strength increase or anything like that?
Absolutely. And it comes with the recovery and being able to recover and stuff. And you can get stronger faster. I have raised my weight and how I train and things that, of course, I can't do what I used to do at age 20, 30, 40, and 50 and things, but I can still put some numbers up, and it does. It's come back. And I credit 99% of it to the fact of how I was taught to train and with the LC2. By far, it makes a difference, big difference.
Don, I think in closing, I'd like to thank you very much for doing this. This is our first person interview with a customer. We're going to plan on doing this with as many people that want to do it. And again, I appreciate very, very much, number one, your friendship over the years. And secondly, your willingness to come on here and talk about LC2.
Well, thank you for the privilege and of everything that we've done. I wouldn't know how to train if it wasn't for you and Wally. And I'm telling you, to your customers you have now and the ones that you'll get in the future, they're going to see a difference. It makes a difference. If you make it a habit, LC2 will make a difference in your life. I promise, I guarantee it. Because just, A, I know who developed it, and I know his focus behind doing all that, and you and Colin, and it does. It's a difference maker. If you allow it, it's a difference maker by far. But thank you again, Bill, and I appreciate everything you and Colin are doing.